Hello everybody and welcome back once again to Rimworld. This season is going to be something a little bit different as we're delving into Beta 19, the latest release of the game. It actually dropped quite a few weeks ago. I was waiting for a couple of mods to be updated for something I had in mind, and so let's jump right into it. Before I tell you what the game mode's gonna be, let's have a look at the very few mods we're going to be using. So we've got Hugslib, just for the basic overall core stuff some of these other mods require. Skilled Stone Cutting simply just makes it so that when you cut stone, you get crafting skill points for it. Tech Advancing, Research Pal, and Glitter Tech are all just there to ensure that as we progress through the game, we can sort of keep up with the pace that the game I've designed is going to set for us. If we even make it that far, the odds are pretty low, and Research Pal just makes it a bit easier to, do research and queue it up and stuff, and Glitter Tech just adds a late game, really. Then we have Feed the Colonists, which is basically a very small mod that allows you to cook 4 of any meal at any given time instead of having to do, one by one by one. It's just a bit faster, especially because it saves on travel time. We have the Allow tool, a simple, I've used that before, you've seen it. We got Mend and Recycle, which is exactly what it sounds, you can fix clothing. And lastly, we have Miniaturization, which just means that we can pick up stuff that you wouldn't typically be able to pick up. And that's about it. These 9 mods will make up the entirety of our mods for this playthrough. I don't plan to add any more. I might in the future. I'm not going to hold myself to it, but that should be all for now. I want to keep this pretty vanilla as this is a new playthrough. All those all really are, as you saw, was quality of life stuff. Tech Advancing is the real one. It just sort of lets you move ahead in the tech tree as you research. Okay, so now, new colony. So now, there's been a new addition to the game, which is this right here, Naked Brutality. It's basically Yeti's naked arrival start, right? Where you start on the planet, you've got absolutely nothing, no clothes, no tech, nothing. I think you start in a drop pod, so you get 2 steel scrap lying around you, and you have certain techs unlocked, like electricity and generators and such. But I decided that this was too easy. In this version, people can still join your colony, you can still get refugees coming that you can defend, you can still get random wanderers joining. So I've decided to spice it up a little bit here. We got Naked Brutality Deluxe. You went under anesthetic for minor surgery, now you've awoken on a distant planet. You're naked, alone, and totally unprepared. Can you survive? Warning, there is literally nothing fair about this scenario. You will die, every time. If you actually manage to beat this, then you are beloved by the gods and you need to head to Mount Olympus immediately to assume your place among them. I will be making this scenario available on the Steam Workshop. There'll be a link to it down below. So, what we have here is a new faction, right? One person, he'll be naked, chosen from one, you got no options. You're going to be a tribe, which means that you don't have access to electricity, you don't have access to cooling mechanisms, nothing like that. You can't even make guns. All you can make is, I think you start off with the ability to do sleeping bags and recurve bows, as well as passive heaters, and maybe stone cutting, I can't remember. Definitely not enough, though. You do need to do quite a bit of research before you can begin to defend yourself adequately. Now, wanderers can no longer join you, and neither can chase refugees. This means that, essentially, the only way to get new colonists into your colony is to recruit them when pirates come and raid you. That's it. Those are your only options. And we can have a look here at the scenario editor, and you can see the setup there if you want to take a quick look at it. It's literally just that simple. We've just disabled those incidents. That's it. And we're 100% going to be naked. Okay, so let's go back. Okay, so we want to select that one. There we go. Next. Now, I would recommend playing this on Savage Randy Random. You can do it on Merciless, but you'll just die within the first 10 days. I think I played over 30 games as testing, and I didn't make a single one past the first season on Merciless, because he basically just hits you with disease immediately, and if you get anything other than sensory mechanites, you die. Until you can get like a source of penoxysilene. So, a very good idea to stick with Merciless, and I'm going to go on to reload any time mode just because I like to make interval saves for my different episodes, just in case, the game corrupts or something. I don't want to lose the whole playthrough. This is essentially Iron Man mode, that you can't reload saves, it saves automatically each day, and that's what you're stuck with. Okie dokes. Now, I'm going to generate a full world. We're going to leave those things normal. The seed is Scythe, if you'd like to copy this. And I will see you once we've found ourselves a suitable location. Alright, so I'm kind of fond of this start point right over here. We are on a rather large world. We're very it's all linked as far as I can tell. There are no islands. No major separate continents. We got a bit of a Pangean thing going on here. So I'm pretty happy with where we've centered that. Where was I? Up here. There we go. Yeah, okay, so some things to consider when you're picking your spot. Since you're going to get diseases, this is something you want to look out for. Is what this means for the Temperate Forest is that you are guaranteed to get at least one disease within your first 60 days of gameplay, and potentially two, if you're really, really unlucky. Desert is the best at 0.7, which means you could potentially go an entire year without getting a disease, but then earlier in the next year you would get one. And that's enough time to recruit somebody to your cause, if you're lucky. Over here, Extreme Desert follows the same rules. So that's good to know. Where is some Boreal Forest? There we go. So Boreal Forest is a guaranteed 1. Tundra is at 0.8. Ice Sheet is at 0.7. And Sea Ice is also at 0.7. 0.7 is the lowest you can get on your thing. So what you actually want to look out for is a nice balance. Now, arid shrubland is good because of the low disease frequency, but there's very little wood. And as a tribal start, you're going to need a crap ton of it. So you could go swamp, but then you're basically guaranteed to get almost 2. I mean, if you go into tropical swamp, you get 2 diseases per year, that's just going to kill you. Because if the first one isn't the flu or something, the second one damn well will be. And you can treat yourself initially, but eventually you will lose too much consciousness and you just won't be able to apply treatment and your colonist will die. So, so yeah, we're gonna be starting right over here. We're close to 2 tribes that are friendly. These blue guys. We also got really lucky in that the Orion Corporation doesn't want to kill us. And we have 1 hostile tribe nearby if we ever get bulky enough to raid. We're at an intersection. We could actually play on the river. That could be fun because they have implemented some new mechanics in that regard. That said, maybe it could be fun to do like a river, because they've added bridges into the game, is sort of what I'm getting at. Right here could be perfect. There you go, Temperate Forest, it's pretty flat. We got that. I mean, we won't be able to do much mining anyway with just one dude, but we wanted a lot of trees. And the more flat it is, the more trees there will be on the map. Okay, so we're gonna take a shot at it here. We're guaranteed a disease, hopefully it's a mild one. Slate and granite. And yeah, that's looking like our spot. Okay, cool. Next. Now, when picking your colonists, it stands to reason that they can't be incapable of anything. They need to be able to do, at the very least, everything, even if not well. And Salamander here isn't terrible. She's a decent shot, good builder, decent crafter, good at mining. Oh, Salamander, you're actually kind of great. You want to be underground, and you're kind and a night owl. Now, it's a bit of a shame. We won't really be able to put you underground. You won't be bothered by darkness, which means we don't need lights. You're kind of perfect, and you're a night owl. Oh man, that means you can work around at night when it's cool. If we get a heat wave. Oh, and you're more likely to be friendly to others. You are perfect, Salamander. Okay, so what are your shortcomings? You're going to be a bad planter and you can't really fight, but we can rely on traps in the early game. Medical's average, which means that you're basically going to die if you get a disease. You won't be able to treat yourself properly. And you can cook enough to cook a fine meal, which means that we can... Okay, you know what? I'm fine with this. Decent construction, decent crafting. That means we can make a bow, or a decent bow, as well as tribal gear. Okay, this is a win for me, I think. Yeah, it's looking pretty good. Okay, so Salamander, you're it. Here we are. It was supposed to be a minor surgery, just an hour under anesthetic. You felt totally safe. Now you've awoken, butt naked, standing on a distant, dangerous Rimworld. No one knows you're here. No one is coming to get you. Aside from a slick of mysterious ghoul over your body and the strange feeling that you might be missing a kidney, you have no clues as to how you got here. With no preparation, no modern technology, no supplies, and no tools, you will die. Every time, guaranteed. Let the challenge begin. Oh my word, and we start right next to a little mountain she could live in. With some rich soil, with a defensible river as a shallow water. Okay, so they could walk across that. It's not terrible. Oh, and here's a bridge. There you go. You can actually build light structures on top of them, which is kind of cool. Hey, look at this. This is a pretty good stuff. Wow, things are going way better this time than they ever have before for me, so that's good. We got some heal root nearby. We have... What do we have? We got some... Ooh, some berry bushes. Not too shabby. And we could live in here, potentially. Or we could carve ourselves out a little shack. We could build some little wooden walls out here. Get us access to some steel nice and early. That's great. Okay, so first things first, we need to secure food. Nothing else matters. She can sleep outside the first couple nights if it comes to it, but we need to get food right away. And berries are the best source for that. Also, we're going to be starting to stash them immediately over here, and we'll build a roof on top of that. A lot of the mechanics in the game have changed quite dramatically, and we will go over them as they come up. Let's go up to 2 times speed, just get things started. Okay, lovely. Yes, chop down that tree. Maybe we'll get some wood. I doubt it might be too small for that. Yeah, it was. Okay, so you get some food, Salamander. And then I think we'll chop you down a tree and put you down a table. So let's just schedule up like 2 trees for chopping. How many berries is that? 9. I think they need 16 berries for a full tummy. I believe that is the ratio. I'm not entirely certain. For starters, though, we're going to be sleeping right over there. And we're going to be eating. We're going to eat. Let's eat here. Sure, why not, right? Okay, lovely. So now she has somewhere to eat. That means that any, eating on the floor, eating without table debuffs will be removed from the very start. The most important thing you can do, I've got to remember not to pause, is to ensure that you have enough joy. If your colonist in this case, suffers a mental break, you're kind of screwed because there's no one else to pick up the slack. So if a fire starts or something, for example, you're just gonna die. So you need to make sure that mental breaks are few and far between if they happen at all. Now, let's chop down some more wood. Ideally put up some walls tonight so we don't have to get the sleeping outside debuff. Also, of course, I forgot, our night owl does not like being around during the day. So after today, we're going to be changing this all up a bit. So let's just go, let's wipe the slate here for now. And then when she goes to bed tonight, we will change up the schedule. Or rather, actually, I guess if she works through the night, then we don't have to change up the schedule. So dawn's around about 8. We want to sleep 8 hours. So we want to go till 4. Then they can have 2 hours of recreation in the evening. An hour of whatever fits. And then we'll do a solid 9 hours work. Yeah, with an hour of recreation right before bed. Perfect. There we go. So you should be on sleep time now. Yes, and so she might actually take a kip. No, she's moved over to recreation. Perfect. So she'll be kind of exhausted, but by tomorrow morning when she falls asleep, all will be well. She should eat now. Okay, cool. So we had 26 berries, was it? And now we have 21. And that took her from 2/3 to full. So I'd say, definitely more efficient to cook them. Okay, good to know. And we'll be able to build a stove because we have all this steel right here. And she's a decent miner. Wunderbar. Okay, that is going to take a while. Yeah, we're going to rely on steel for most of our construction, I think. Cutting trees is difficult. And we don't really have any other use for it yet because, we can't produce weapons and things. Okay, with that steel mined out and a door up, let's put down some walls. I think I'm actually going to keep this nice and small for now, just to save as much space as possible. Yeah, let's do it like this. Okay, that works. Now, what's next on the agenda? So we have the very bare basics. Let's go ahead and put down some crops, because she's going to take a while to do it. And if we can get some in now, then we just might be able to survive the winter. Okay, so you're going to grow rice for that quick return, and you're going to grow corn. And then once that's planted, if we have time, we'll put down some cotton in order to make ourselves some bedrolls and the like. Also, in hindsight, you know what? Let's go ahead and separate these growing zones by a fair margin, just to make sure that if we do get hit with any blight, it doesn't kill off everything we have. I wonder how quickly her plant skill is going to go up. Huh. Now, most of your time in this challenge is going to be spent waiting. Oh man, the waiting. So, just prepare to, relax a bit, chill out, and fast forward between sleeping sessions. Let's also go ahead and enable self-tending. Yeah, that's pretty much all we need to do right now, except go out and secure some more food. While Salamander's sleeping, we can go over some of the new additions to the game, which is the butcher spot and the crafting spot, both of which are, in my opinion, completely invaluable. So we're going to throw the butcher spot down right here on the floor, and set that to butcher creatures forever. I don't mind if the butcher spot is indoors, but the crafting spot, or rather the other way around, I don't mind if the crafting spot is outdoors, because you get a minor work speed penalty, but if you butcher outdoors, you actually lose a bit of meat, because you lose efficiency on the butchering, and we're going to need all the meat we can get. That said, it's probably also a good idea to throw down a fuel stove. Don't know if we have enough steel. We might want to mine out some more space here. You know what? We've got the miniaturization mod. We can always move it. Let's throw it down right there. And that's what I was afraid of. Already a heat wave. Okay, so this needs to get moved, and we're going to need to dig out, or rather we're going to need to build one of these, a passive cooler. Yeah, heat waves are kind of guaranteed for some reason on Randy Random at this level. It's just, it always happens. But yeah, okay, rice is in, corn's in, then we're going to have to go secure some more food. Thankfully, being a night owl means that the heat waves that hit us are quite a bit cooler because, you know, it's only at night that we need to worry about it. Yeah, Salamander here is starving, and that means her mood is going to tank like crazy. We really need you to finish doing that, and then please go and cut down some berries I've scheduled. Come on, finish it off. Yes, harvest the berry bush. Do it. And then eat the berry. Oh, you botched it. Oh, you're going to die. Oh, okay, eat the berries. Yes, I don't care about the table. Oh, okay, we've managed to just vaguely avoid malnourishment. Yeah, having low plant skill isn't great. Ooh, but someone has crashed nearby. Valdez, we're going to rescue you. Now, I'm going to have to convert this to medical, and you're just going to be sleeping on the floor tonight, Salamander. But we're going to rescue Valdez. Now, you might be wondering why I don't capture Valdez, because in the previous versions of the game, that was always the go-to thing, wasn't it? Is you capture the people that fall, and then you can basically just beat them into submission until they, you know, join your colony for some reason. Not anymore. Now, prisoners have been completely reworked, meaning that any of this sort of I can't show you now because it's under guest. But if it was a prisoner, you now have to reduce their resistance to joining before you can recruit them. And reducing the resistance if they've got low mood, which they will have in this sort of instance, is extremely difficult. Like, almost impossibly difficult. So, hopefully Valdez here will feel so unbelievably overwhelmed by our hospitality that she'll just join. Valdez is kind of shite. She can clean and make sculptures. And fight. You know what? Fighting might be just enough. Can you do anything of value? Not really. Maybe we should just get rid of you if you join. We might just banish her if we can't afford to feed her. I mean, we can barely afford to feed Salamander at the moment, who will be renamed, by the way, in the next episode, as homage to the wonderful person that convinced me to get off my butt and start doing this series. I just need to go and double check their name. I have it written down here, but I left the damn thing in a different room. Okay, never mind. I managed to find the name. It is the wonderful, there we go. Instead of Salamander, your name will be Gimme, or just Gimme for short. You know, call him Gim. Just good old Gim. But Gimme is the guy who convinced me to get off my fat butt and start doing some work on this series, because I've been procrastinating for a while. Okay, wonderful. Stove is built. Let's go ahead and cook ourselves at any time. We want to have, I don't know, 4 simple meals at any given time. Alright, now, Gim, I'm going to get you to... We're going to need you to make yourself a bow before anything else. So let's fit that in there. As you can see, space efficiency is important. We're going to want a recurve bow. And can you please get ahead crafting that? Okay, you are a decent crafter, right? Yeah, no, you're good enough at it. What's wrong? Who's going to break? Valdez joined! Wonderful! That's awesome. Okay, well, then you're making 2 recurve bows, aren't you? Congratulations. You just got upgraded. Oh, please excuse the noise in the background if you can hear it. Some construction going on across the block. Okay, Valdez is going to heal up real slow. Valdez, you are going to need... Are you a night owl, my girl? You probably aren't, but you also aren't really good at anything. No, you're kind of shite, really. So we're going to get you on the standard good old schedule. Let's do it like that. Do it this way. Yeah, always anything before bed if you can help it. It just means that, you know, they won't work through their sleeping time. Okay, everyone needs to eat. Have you finished the bow? Yes, you have. Equip it. And come and murder things. Hunt this bunny. Immediately. Gim, right now. Go and fire. Come here. Hunt the hare. Hunt the hare. Hunt the hare. What's going on here? Drafted hunt? Is that part of the base game, or is that me? Okay. Oh, alright, now we get to name our colony. So, let me think. Alright, well, our faction rather obviously needs to be the Wild Boys. But we'll spell it like, there we go, the Z. The Z for cool kids, the Wild Boy Z. The boys. Alright, so we got the Wild Boys, who is made up entirely of women, and we need to give this settlement a name. And Trado's kinda lame. What about, dear God, we're going to die. Okay, cool. That should be inspirational. That'll keep everybody up and running. Valdez, are you still intact? Yes, you are. You need to eat very soon. You're about to crack. And it is daytime, which means you're going to be pissed off and tired. Oh, wait. Yes, that's right. The game now has the Wildlife tab mod built into it, which is super cool. Let's go ahead and hunt us some turduckens. Yeah, okay, cool. You, go hunt the turducken, please. Please, just eat it and then eat it raw. Just eat its turkey feathers. Grind them into paste for your delicious soups. I don't know where I'm going with this. I'm tired. Did you hit it? Oh, you did hit it. Oh, also damage has been like super reworked. It is now scary. Scary. Oh god, he shot the fucking cougar. Absolute mad lad. You get up, equip the wood. Gim, run. Yes, just run faster, Gim. Christ. Circle round. Valdez, you're expendable. Come and hit the cougar with wood. That's definitely not a MILF joke. Just move quickly, please. I think we shot it in the leg, which is probably the only reason we're still alive. Left kidney. Okay, no. Oh man, it scratched his head up. He's gonna have like a badass face scar after this. Valdez, Jesus Christ, could you not suck? Oh no, I think I may have just killed us. This is gonna be over before it started. Ah, fuck. Give. No. Shit. Oh no. And we're dead. Oh, that was such a good start too. Yep. Yeah, that's the way the cookie crumbles. Well, now we just have to watch them bleed out and die. 22 hours. And Gimme Boy. Oh no, he's out. Valdez, you never got a name. You never got a real name, so we're just gonna call you. Here we go. We're gonna call you. Excuse me one second. Captain Expendable. That was, you know. There you go. That's who you were to me. And rip, man. We had such a nice bow. God damn it. Okay, so future note: drafting them and then selecting drafted hunting means they'll shoot whatever's closest. We probably should have kept shooting this cougar. In all reality, that may have actually saved their lives if we had kept hunting it, because we might have actually been able to beat it to the point where its pain caused it to knock out. Yeah, Gim's dead. And I don't think Captain Expendable is going to be much further behind. And poor Captain Expendable has picked up an infection, so he was going to die anyway. Anyway, all, I hope you enjoyed watching attempt number 1. If you did, hit that like button. If you didn't, please hit that dislike button. And of course, as always, please, for the love of God, subscribe and watch more content. You'll love it, I promise. It's great. Right? I know, I see you leaving. No. You click the subscribe button, and then, if you're feeling wild, you click the little bell, because apparently subscribing doesn't mean you actually want to see my content. YouTube doesn't know what it wants anymore. Yeah, that's all I have to say about that. We're going to be trying the Naked Brutality Deluxe again in the next episode. Everyone is dead or gone, the story is over. Perhaps someone else will find a use for the ruins of this place. We're going to be seeing this screen a lot. Like way more than we should. I will see you all in the next one. Cheers.